the drum roll please Loki, right? Kind of like that Marvel character, right? The mischievous one. Steven Dunak design. We got the water ripple Damascus on this one and brown G10. Okay, this should be an interesting one here. Let's take a look. And what do we got? We got a cushion here in case you want to make a mattress when you go camping. We have a wiping cloth. We have the knife. We have some paperwork, right? Kind of like a catalog of different design models, warranty, and things like that. But here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, I know we checked out a Loki some time ago, and I know there have been some new refreshes on it. I want to say this one has a fuller going on as compared to an opening hole. That's an interesting design choice right there. We got the frag pattern going on the handle. And to be honest, when I read brown on the box, it doesn't even give me brown aesthetics. It's kind of like an off-gray looking tan color to me. That frag pattern actually looks pretty good. It adds jimping to the handle. I dig it. You cannot go wrong with G10 as far as durability and just longevity overall. We have the grayed out hardware, which absolutely matches the liners here, and obviously the overall aesthetics of the blade. That's good. Deep pocket carry clip, reversible. That's the right call. When in doubt, just make the pocket clip reversible. I keep saying that over and over again on every video, but that's just how it should be. It's 2026. Like, what are we doing if we're not doing reversible pocket clips? But well, bam. Okay, hold on a second. Hold the phone. That felt a little bit more satisfying than it should have been. Hold on. Man, come on, man. Come on, Steven. What you doing, Steven? Holy smokes. Ladies and gentlemen, my guy, Steven Dunak, absolutely nailed it with this one. Fuller, that is money right there on the deployment.
Money!
Thumb deployment, that is absolutely dialed in as well. Holy smokes. Action is sweet on this one. No back flipper, no front flipper, just good old Spidey flick and thumb deploy. Holy smokes. We do have good access to the liner here from the show side. Nice little cutout there. Nice and easy to disengage, which is nice. Engagement, we're looking at maybe what, like a 30%-ish or so. That's not bad at all. And on the drop, we are on ball bearings, so just a little bit of a shake. That is all it takes. Bam. Check it out. How they managed to make this drop shotty on a budget knife. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, holy smokes, really, really nice. I gotta tell you, man, that this feels so good. Hopefully I'm not even trying to, like overhype or anything. It's just, it feels that good on hand, I gotta tell you. Now, checking out the geometry right here, we got kind of like, what are we calling this? A little bit of a harpoon, maybe. Sheep's foot, reverse tanto warning, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful Damascus on this one. I can tell you right now, I am a fan. This might be a keeper. This might be a keeper on my budget knife collection, because that is one beautiful looking Damascus. Especially on the Tenable lineup, you usually see Damascus patterns like these on the Kansept lineup, but the Tenable, the budget branch, that is an absolute dream right there. For an affordable price, that is nice. As far as ergos go, man, this knife was designed for a full 4-finger grip. Nice little sort of finger choil area there. Of course, you can do a hammer grip back here, but it doesn't feel as natural as the forward choke position. Thumb here, you can either be right behind this little peaky section, harpoonish looking area right there, or you can lock up back here with your thumb in the jimping. And that's right, good jimping with some lines going through from side to side. Even has a little kind of dip here, right, for your thumb to just land there naturally. That feels good. I mean, would it, if we were nitpicking, would it have been nice to have jimping all the way through? Yes, absolutely. That would have been the call right there. That's what I would have done if it were my design, but it isn't. And that's kind of nitpicking. It doesn't break or make the knife in any way, shape, or form. That's just more personal preference so your thumb doesn't slide off. Not that it would unless you really try super hard, but you have good thickness to the blade, right? Flat grind here. Looking very slicey, a tad bit of belly if you want to do some tabletop cutting and do some nice tip work with it if you needed to on a pinch. Utility cuts and draw cuts without having to bend the wrist all that much are also amazing with a knife like this. And the action is just where it takes the cake. It absolutely takes the cake here, ladies and gentlemen. Holy macaroni. Now I think out of all the Loki variations I've seen, even some premium ones I've checked out, this fuller version might be probably my favorite so far. When these first came out, they looked a little funky because they had kind of like a half moon sort of opening hole. And you know, got to give kudos to Steven because he's trying something different. He's trying to break away from the run-of-the-mill designs that everybody else is doing. And I got to tell you, he absolutely managed to pull that off, at least in my opinion, right? I'm a big fan of the Loki, I'll tell you what. And this fuller version, money. So bottom line, pretty good refresh to the Loki model. It's not new, has been on the Kansept lineup and Tenable lineup for a minute. There's even a fixed blade version, so maybe you're like, listen, I'm more of a fixed blade guy, right? Fixed blades all day. Check it out. Fixed blade version here, pretty much very similar to the folding counterparts. Matter of fact, we should probably put them side by side here. Take a look. All right, this one got the nice little pattern there on the G10 coated blade with D2 steel, also a flat grind, pretty much the same dimensions. And pretty much to keep things scientifically accurate here and for consistency's sake, let's see, we got around 6.75 overall length. We have about under 3 inches on the blade, around 2.8 on the cutting path, and the handle is going to be around maybe 3.9-ish, somewhere around there. Absolutely an amazing value per dollar, and you cannot go wrong with either the folding version, right, the folding knife, or the fixed blade. For what it's worth, check out the overview on this one if you haven't already, if you want to learn more details. But if you already like the design, that's pretty much all you need to know there.